yo, yo, welcome to the show.
Yo YouTube, what is good? Welcome back to another video, Zero to Hero Investing. If you're new here, it's just a YouTube channel. I track my portfolios. One's my taxable portfolio, which you're seeing right now, and the other is my Roth IRA, which I'm not super consistent about making videos about, but I will get there. I mean life is busy. But anyways, it's kind of weird making one of these videos on a Sunday. Usually these are like a Friday evening, maybe a Saturday video, but I figured you guys may be interested in seeing what my portfolio looked like after the week we just had on the stock market. So yeah, I'm gonna go over my performance, buying power, and just the stocks I have. I'll definitely take this opportunity to say that it's not very pretty what's going on right now. So I don't usually implore, but I will definitely encourage you guys. If you just watch my videos just for lulls or just to see what my portfolio is doing, I'd highly recommend you start investing on your own. This is a really good time to start, in my opinion. Not financial advice, but the markets are tanking for whatever reasons. It's falling, and it just means on a very broad-based level that things are cheaper than they were a week ago. So it's probably a good time to buy. If you're brand new to investing, definitely do your research. If you're new and want to start after having done your research, I always provide a link in my description for Robinhood. If you want to do it inside Robinhood, that's what I use for all my, let's say, my Roth IRA and my taxable. I use Robinhood. You can use my link and get between $5 and $200 worth of free stock just for using my link to sign up. So it's like a win-win for you and for me. Otherwise, just start something. If especially if you're a younger person, like come on, this is almost like COVID all over again. It's almost like you get a free restart or whatever. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. So going over my portfolio right now, it's at $29,008 and $8.56, just a hair over, not 29,000. Depending on how the week goes, it might be in the 28s or the 27,000s by next week. This time, who knows? But I'm definitely not changing my strategy. If anything, I just wish I could invest more. It's just I can't pull money out of thin air. I guess I could transfer some of my savings money into my Robinhood or whatever. I don't know. See how I feel. At the very base, I'm sticking with my usual recurring transactions or recurring buys, I should say, on my top fours over here. And of course, I do my manual investing on the side, which I just kind of buy whatever I feel like buying on that day during that time. In either case, I'm not like using this as a means of like, oh yeah, sell all my stocks. Don't do that. Not financial advice, but don't do that. On the day we're down, and this was Friday, we're down 5%, 5.19%. Imagine losing $1,600 in a day. Wild. In a week, or for the week, we're down 7.2%, around 2250. 1 month, we're down on everything, guys. Down 9.3%. 3 months, we are down 13.09%. Year to date, we are down 11.43%. And 1 year, we're down 6.02%. So, honestly, levels I'd never think we would see again, to be very fair with how the market was going and just how I think I'm like matured on my investments. But hey, what can you do? I'm still sad to say. I mean, it's good that I'm still outperforming the SPY, at least year to date, and I love that. I think my portfolio is much more balanced, and even quote unquote or questionably conservative, for what it is and my age and whatever. But we're doing better than the SPY. I think the SPY is down more than the 11% that I am down year to date. I don't know off the top of my head, but I know it's more than 11%. So that's some relatively good benchmark, I guess. Buying power $47. I always try to keep something here. I wish I had more, but if I can buy 0.01% of the SPY, I will do that, or whatever stock. QQQ is a big one because that usually tanks so much harder, but it also rises back so much faster than everything. So I'm just staggering my buys well. I think well I can say. I wish I had more buying power, but I'll deposit some money on Monday or Tuesday and continue with my usual manual buys. In terms of the stocks we have, nothing has changed. I haven't fully sold out of anything or added any new positions. Or yeah, there we go. SPY, we're almost at 10 shares of SPY. At the rate we're going, I buy $20 a day, so 100 a week. That's point 0.2 shares roughly each week, maybe a little bit less. So let's say at this rate, I mean, and I also go in and manually buy SPY. I'd say by the end of I don't want to make any calls here, but by June we should have 10 full shares of SPY, and that's a huge milestone for me, in my opinion. But right now we're sitting at 9.53 shares of SPY, 4.82 thousand worth of equity. We've lost quite a bit in SPY. Let's see the total return there. Yeah, down almost $850. So yeah, we'll just be buying more. You can't really go wrong with buying SPY. SCHD, similar situation. Let's see what that's trading at right now. 25. Holy crap. Didn't even know that that broke 26. Crazy. Definitely be I'll be getting more shares of these. It's happening manually, or it's happening through my recurring investments, but I always do come in and chip in whatever $10, $20 worth of these ETFs whenever I can. It's crazy seeing these things down so much though. QQQ, we're down a lot on that, 6.41 shares. Let me go back to. I never know what the best view is for this, so I'll just keep it. QQQ 6.41 shares, SPY G. We have almost 29 shares of that, and this one is a fast tanker as well. It like inflates the if the market's down, let's say 1%, it's probably going to be down 1.5%, but also on the flip side it rises so much faster too. It's consistent. It consists of mainly growth stocks based on whatever criteria they decide for their ETF. I can't tell you off the top of my head, but I do see worth and value in investing in SPY-G independently. Next we have TSLA, Tesla, on the list. Down, we're down some on this. It's still trading in the 200, so that's not crazy bad. I'm sure there's a lot of politics involved with that, of course. 2.9 shares. This one I'm slowly decreasing my position in. It's nice to see I've broken the 3 share mark. I can't remember the last time I sold, but I believe it was last week. I sold probably point 0.1 or point 0.2 shares of that with the intention of bringing that to zero. I just completely like to clear that out of my portfolio. So eventually, slowly but surely, we're working our way there. Next, we've got Rocket Lab, down 10% on this position. Oh wait, I think this is this the day return? Yeah, Jesus. Rocket Lab was down 11%. So we're down 25% in Rocket Lab. An interesting one, a couple of months ago, maybe 3 months ago, we were up 25% theoretically. Even more than that, I believe. But yeah, Microsoft, crazy to see we're down in this. Everything's crazy, so I don't really have to say that every time. But 3.53 shares, definitely want to be picking up some more of this for sure. Microsoft is, if I had to choose one stock to own just forever, well, in the grand scheme of things, maybe it would be Costco. But in the tech world, I'd say Microsoft would be that stock. So really love Microsoft. Ford, down 14% overall here, 131 shares. I'll just be continuing to buy Ford. I don't really know what's going on with Ford, but I just want to own Ford. Costco, up 11.5% in this, 1.09 shares. I wish I had more of Costco, but it's doing well, and I expect it to continue to do relatively well compared to the market. Realty income, we're down 7.4%, let's say. 22 shares in that. I always just come in and buy a tenth of a share, 2/10, a quarter of a share, whatever, when I can. monthly paying dividend ETF or stock hair. So yeah, like I love to see that. I will be tracking my dividends again. So if you're new here or if you haven't seen my video, I lost all my progress. All my financial life was lost when my thumb drive just stopped working. So I lost a lot of progress I've been tracking and stuff like that. So one of that was my dividends for the last 2 years. Let's say I was tracking just my dividend growth, income, all of that. Lost that. But I'm gonna start back again. So I guess you guys can hope to expect a dividend update at the end of this month, or at least early next month, which should encapsulate March's returns. Gonna be an interesting time to start. So that's for sure. McDonald's, we are up in this position 5%, 3.5 shares. We move on. Amazon down 4.7%. J&J around break even, down 1.5% there, 5.5 shares. AbbVie still up on that. Target is down massively. Of course, Target has so much behind it. The whole DEI thing, the market doing what it does, and I mean the general economic atmosphere. Target is one of those like consumer discretionary companies. If people don't have that much money to spend, Target won't do as well as it can. Uh, Topped off with the other two things I mentioned. Target isn't one that I'm expecting to turn around quickly, but I do still have great optimism in Target. I just feel like it's gonna turn around. This 27%, it doesn't scare me. I wanna continue DCAing into Target. I think it's under $100 now, if I'm not mistaken. Viso, a very strong backbone company. This is another one that would give Costco and Microsoft a run for their money. It's a very strong stock and strong company. Um, yeah, and it also pays a small dividend, just kind of like Costco, I guess. General Mills down 8%, 11.15 shares. JetQ, holy crap, that's down 15%. Crazy. I haven't checked Horizon in a while, HRZN. I should, just to have a good laugh. Verizon, we're up on that 7%. SMH down 27%. That's an ETF. It has the chip making companies, just like Microsoft. Well, it doesn't have Microsoft, I don't believe, but just like how the whole world is in shambles right now, guys, or the US is in shambles. But I know these chip stocks will eventually come back. Like obviously they will. So this should be like a huge green flag in a sense to buy more DCA while these prices are so low. Next we have American Electric Power up at 12.5%. Home Depot down 12%, 11.5%, 1.68 shares. Everything's so cheap. Man, oh wow, man up 3%. This one gave up a lot of its gains, maybe around 20% or so, 22% or so, compared to what I saw as the highs recently. IAT down 18%. This one was up 12%. Um, JP Morgan Chase, love to see that honestly. Down 8%. I'll be buying more of that. It's probably one of my lowest equity positions, so this is an opportunity to get that up, way up actually. I just wish I had more disposable income. Next and finally we have O'Reilly, which is doing so well. Holy crap. It's up 18% overall. This one's interesting because I only contribute through my recurring investments, which is $2 every single day. And since I started it, I think around this time last year, it's appreciated well, up 19% overall, and that's only 0.37365 of a share. So shows the value of a recurring investment in the right position, the right underlying position. So that's the portfolio as of Sunday, April 6th, I believe. These are my recurring buys. I have seven of them. Target every day, Spy G every day, Spy every day, SCHD every day, Rocket Lab every day, QQQ every day, and O'Reilly every day, in varying amounts, of course. which you could have seen just now. So that's my portfolio. Really quickly, as usual, I'm gonna come over here to the pie chart view. Invested, I only have 29,000, or yeah, I guess the same amount, roughly, just a hair under 29,000. That's my buying power there, $47.61. Sorting this by equity, SPY is still at the top, of course, SCHD, QQQ, and SPY G. Next we have Microsoft, which is at number five. I don't remember, like, I don't really know what I'm looking for here. But yeah, I guess just to see how these things are split up. SPY SCHD takes up roughly a quarter of the portfolio. QQQ, what's that? Maybe a sixth of the portfolio. I don't know. If I like I always say, I'd love for the top four to take up like a half. So that is still my eventual goal. Um, the markets are just wild. Things could easily like go back up, and then this chart gets all skewed again. But it roughly shows where things are and where things could be headed, I guess. The smallest position right now is IAT, still above $400. So I guess $400 I'll keep as my mental lower limit. Just top up anything that I see might be going under that. All my positions right now, I'd say I'm liking. It's still a pretty broad portfolio in my opinion. I'm getting rid of Tesla slowly but surely, but everything else I'm liking where it's at. I don't really see anything I want to sell as of this moment. Definitely not at a loss either. So I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Not really hoping for the best or anything. Just whatever happens, I'm keeping the same strategy. If I can invest more, like if I can drop 1,000 then, which I can, I just always feel bad just taking from my savings, because who knows, like with this economy too, like I really do think it's a good idea to keep money in my savings or like my emergency fund, because you never know if you're gonna get laid off or something. It's just a wild time to be in. um, but yeah, that's it for now, I believe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you're new to investing, don't just watch my videos for the hell of it. Like, do some research. If you don't want to use my link, use someone else's link, or don't just start. START, that's the main aim. Just start with $50, see where it goes. Especially if you're a younger person, can't stress that. And yeah, it things will turn around eventually. So keep your head up, just like I am doing, and happy investing, everyone. Peace.